Anxiety often feels like an invisible storm, swirling inside your mind and shaking your confidence even when everything outside seems calm. This speech is your gentle reminder that you are not broken, you are not weak, and you are not alone. Today, you begin a powerful journey, a journey toward understanding yourself, reclaiming your inner peace, and rising with strength you may not yet realize you have. To overcome anxiety, you must first acknowledge your own courage. Anyone who battles anxiety is already stronger than they know. You've endured sleepless nights, racing thoughts, pounding hearts, and moments when breathing felt impossible, yet you're still here. That alone is proof of resilience. So let's walk step by step through understanding anxiety, its symptoms, and the tools that help you rise above it. Anxiety can manifest in many ways. Sometimes it's loud and overwhelming, like your heart beating too fast or your chest tightening as though the world is closing in. Sometimes it's subtle, creeping in as self-doubt, restlessness, or the feeling that something bad is coming even when everything looks fine. Recognizing these signs is the first step toward taking back control. Many people experience physical symptoms: trembling, sweating, headaches, digestive issues, dizziness, or shortness of breath. These sensations are not signs that you're losing it, they're your body's alarm system stuck on high alert. And just as it can switch on, it can also learn to switch off again, with patience, practice, and the right tools to guide you through. Anxiety also affects emotions. You may feel overwhelmed, disconnected, irritable, scared, or deeply insecure. Your mind may replay past mistakes like broken records or jump into the future imagining every worst-case scenario. Emotional anxiety doesn't mean you're weak. It means you care deeply, you feel intensely, and your brain is trying, sometimes too hard, to protect you. Then there's mental anxiety, racing thoughts, difficulty concentrating, overthinking conversations, or constantly seeking reassurance. It's exhausting. But it's important to remember that thoughts are not facts. Your mind may tell dramatic stories, but you have the power to question them and choose which ones deserve your energy. One of the first tools to overcome anxiety is awareness. Rather than fighting your feelings or pretending they aren't there, acknowledge them. Say to yourself, "This is anxiety. It's uncomfortable, but it's temporary." When you name it, you take away some of its power. Awareness creates space between you and the fear. Next is breathing. Deep, intentional breathing activates your body's calming system. Try inhaling slowly for 4 seconds, holding for 4, and exhaling for 6. This simple technique sends a message to your nervous system: we are safe. It's not magic, it's biology. Use your breath as a steady anchor when the world inside you feels chaotic. Another tool is grounding. When anxiety pulls your mind into the future or traps you in past regrets, grounding brings you back to the present. Touch something near you, listen closely to the sounds around you, notice 5 objects you can see. These small acts remind your mind that the danger it imagines is not happening in this moment. Journaling is a powerful tool. Writing down your thoughts helps you see patterns, release emotions, and challenge assumptions that anxiety creates. When you put your fears on paper, they stop swirling in your head. You begin to recognize what triggers your anxiety and what soothes it. The page becomes a safe place for your inner world to breathe. Movement is another healer. Whether it's walking, dancing, stretching, or exercising, physical activity helps release tension trapped in the body. Anxiety often builds energy with nowhere to go. Moving your body gives that energy an outlet, calming both mind and spirit. Even 10 minutes can shift your entire mood. Self-talk is essential. Anxiety often whispers harsh lies: "You're not enough, something will go wrong, you can't handle this." Replace those thoughts with compassion. Speak to yourself the way you would to someone you love. Say, "I'm doing my best, I can handle this moment, I deserve peace." Your inner voice can become your strongest ally. Building routines helps too. Anxiety thrives in chaos but quiets in structure. Create small rituals, morning stretches, a calming playlist, evening reflection, hydration, or planning your day. Routines signal safety to the brain. They make uncertainty feel manageable and bring a sense of control back into your life. Another important tool is setting boundaries. When you say yes to everything, ignore your limits, or constantly try to please others, anxiety grows. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to protect your energy. You are allowed to walk away from people or situations that overwhelm your peace. Boundaries are not walls, they are doors you choose when to open. Connection is healing. Share your feelings with a trusted friend, family member, or therapist. There's strength in vulnerability. Anxiety often convinces you that you're alone, but sharing your experiences reminds you that humans are meant to support one another. You don't have to fight your battles in silence. Mindfulness is another powerful tool. It teaches you to observe your thoughts without judging them. Instead of getting pulled into every anxious story your mind creates, you learn to watch them pass like clouds in the sky. Mindfulness brings you back to your body, your breath, and the present moment, where anxiety loses its grip. Accept that progress is not linear. Some days you'll feel strong and peaceful, other days the anxiety will return. That doesn't mean you're failing. Healing is not about never feeling anxious again, it's about learning how to navigate those moments with confidence and compassion. Every small step is victory. Celebrate your improvements. Notice when you breathe through a difficult moment, when you speak kindly to yourself, when you face something that scares you. These small moments build momentum. Healing grows from thousands of tiny choices. Your courage deserves recognition, even if the world doesn't see the battles you fight. Another key tool is reframing. Instead of thinking, "I can't handle this," try, "This is difficult but manageable." Instead of thinking, "Something bad will happen," try, "I won't jump to conclusions." Your mind is powerful, and the stories you tell yourself shape your emotions. Reframing gives you back your narrative. Sleep and nutrition also play roles in anxiety. Lack of rest, dehydration, and skipped meals can intensify symptoms. Think of your body as a foundation. If the basics are unstable, everything above it shakes. Treat your body as your partner on this journey. Nourish it, rest it, and notice how your anxiety responds. Give yourself permission to slow down. Anxiety often pushes you to rush, to overthink, to solve everything immediately. But healing requires gentleness. When you slow your pace, even slightly, your thoughts become clearer, your breath becomes steadier, and your emotions have room to settle. Peace isn't found in speed, it's found in presence. Another powerful tool is visualization. Close your eyes and imagine a safe place, a beach, a quiet forest, a warm room, anywhere that brings peace. Picture every detail, the sounds, the colors, the textures. Visualization creates a mental refuge where your mind can rest. It reminds your brain that calm exists, even when anxiety tries to hide it. Gratitude rewires the mind. When anxiety amplifies fear, gratitude amplifies hope. Each day, name 3 things you're grateful for, big or small. Maybe it's the sunlight, a warm meal, a message from a friend, or simply the strength to keep going. Gratitude doesn't erase anxiety, but it shifts your focus toward what's stable and nourishing. Understanding your triggers is essential. Notice the moments anxiety rises, before social events, during silence, in crowds, when facing uncertainty. Triggers are clues, not curses. When you identify them, you can prepare, plan, and respond with awareness rather than panic. Knowing your patterns gives you the power to interrupt them. Limit overstimulation when you can. Constant noise, social media, negative news, and endless notifications keep the nervous system on alert. Create intentional pockets of quiet during your day. Turn off the noise and let your mind breathe. Silence isn't empty, it's healing, grounding, and deeply restorative. Practice acceptance. Not everything in life will go as planned, and that's okay. Anxiety often comes from fighting reality, from trying to control every outcome. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up, it means choosing peace over resistance. When you accept what's out of your control, your energy shifts toward what you can influence. Remind yourself that thoughts are not commands. Just because your mind suggests disaster doesn't mean it's true. You can observe a thought without obeying it. You can question it, challenge it, or simply let it pass. The more you practice this, the more you reclaim power from your anxious mind. Give yourself compassion for your symptoms. If your heart races, if your hands tremble, if your thoughts spiral, don't attack yourself for it. Treat your anxiety like a frightened child asking for comfort, not punishment. When you respond with tenderness, your nervous system begins to relax. Compassion opens the door to healing. Nature is a natural antidote to anxiety. Fresh air, sunlight, water, trees, and open skies all signal safety to your nervous system. Spend time outside when you can, even if it's just a short walk or sitting near a window. Nature grounds you, quiets the mind, and softens the emotional weight you carry. Acknowledge your progress, even if it feels small. Did you breathe through a moment of fear? Did you get out of bed when anxiety tried to hold you back? Did you choose patience over panic? These victories may seem insignificant, but they are signs of strength. Every step you take proves your resilience. Remember that anxiety lies. It exaggerates danger, minimizes your strengths, and paints the future in dark colors. But you have evidence, real evidence, of your ability to endure and rise. You've survived every anxious moment you thought you couldn't. That's not luck. That's strength, persistence, and courage. Therapy is a powerful resource in your healing journey. Speaking with a trained professional gives you tools, strategies, and emotional clarity. Therapy is not a sign of weakness, it's a step toward empowerment. It helps you understand your patterns, challenge negative beliefs, and build a healthier relationship with your mind. Medication can also be helpful for some people. It doesn't make you dependent or weak, it simply supports your brain chemistry the same way glasses support your vision. Whether or not you choose medication is entirely personal, but remember, seeking help is brave. Healing sometimes requires multiple tools working together. Keep in mind that setbacks are normal. Days of heightened anxiety do not erase your progress. Healing is not a straight line, it curves, drops, rises, and circles back. Give yourself the same patience you would give someone you care about. Progress happens in cycles, and every cycle moves you forward in ways you may not see yet. One of the greatest tools is perspective. Ask yourself, will this matter in a week? A month? A year? Anxiety magnifies the present moment, making every situation feel permanent. But perspective reveals that most fears are temporary. This shift softens the intensity and gives you space to breathe. You don't have to solve your whole life at once. Focus on the next step, the next breath, the next moment. Anxiety grows when you try to handle everything simultaneously. Break things down into small, manageable pieces. You'll discover that you are capable, more capable than anxiety wants you to believe. Build a support system. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, listen to you, and remind you of your worth. Share your victories and struggles with them. Let them remind you of your strength when your mind forgets. No one heals alone, and it's okay to lean on others. Learn to challenge catastrophic thinking. When your mind jumps to the worst-case scenario, pause and ask, what else could be true? Often, there are countless outcomes that are far calmer and more realistic than the disaster your mind imagines. Replace fear-driven assumptions with balanced possibilities. Practice patience with your emotions. Anxiety can't be rushed out of your system. Healing is a gradual loosening of fear's grip. Give yourself the time you need without judgment. Every moment you choose patience over frustration strengthens your emotional resilience and quiets the anxious voice inside you. Strengthen your inner dialogue. When anxiety says, you can't, respond with, watch me. When it says, you're not enough, answer with, I am growing. The words you speak to yourself shape your path. Choose words that build you, encourage you, and support the person you are becoming. Notice the moments when anxiety is smallest, those quiet seconds where you feel calm, steady, or even neutral. These moments prove that anxiety is not your permanent state. They are reminders that peace exists within you, waiting to grow. The more you notice these moments, the stronger they become, teaching your mind that calm is safe and possible. Build emotional resilience by practicing curiosity instead of fear. When anxiety appears, ask yourself, what is this feeling trying to tell me? Often, anxiety isn't the enemy, it's a signal that something needs attention, reassurance, or healing. When you approach your feelings with curiosity, you replace panic with understanding, and understanding leads to growth. Anxiety often convinces you that you must be perfect to be safe. But perfection is a prison. Allow yourself to be human, flawed, learning, evolving. Free yourself from unrealistic standards that drain your energy. When you embrace imperfection, you create space for authenticity, self-acceptance, and genuine confidence to emerge. Slow your internal dialogue. Anxiety often speaks in rapid, overwhelming bursts, pushing you to react immediately. But you can interrupt this pattern by consciously slowing down your thoughts. Imagine your mind turning the volume knob down. When thoughts soften, clarity rises. Slowing your mind is a powerful act of self-control. Sometimes, anxiety comes from old wounds, memories, experiences, or painful moments that never fully healed. Healing these wounds takes time, compassion, and patience. When emotional pain resurfaces, it's not a setback, it's an invitation to release what your heart has carried too long. Let healing unfold gently, without pressure. Practice emotional naming. Instead of saying, "I feel bad," try identifying whether you feel overwhelmed, nervous, lonely, overstimulated, or uncertain. Naming emotions helps the brain regulate them more effectively. Specificity brings clarity, and clarity reduces fear. Understanding your emotions grants you back a sense of control. Another tool is intentional rest. Not the kind where you scroll on your phone or distract yourself, but genuine rest, quiet time where your body and mind can reset. Anxiety decreases when you honor your need for stillness. Rest isn't laziness, it's fuel for your strength. You deserve to pause and recharge without guilt. Choose gentle routines to start and end your day. Morning rituals set the tone for calmness, and evening rituals prepare your mind for rest. Even simple habits like stretching, drinking water, lighting a candle, or taking a few deep breaths create emotional stability. Routines create safety, and safety softens anxiety's grip. Keep reminding yourself that healing is a process of becoming more aware, more grounded, more compassionate, and more confident. You are not going backward, you are unfolding. Even on difficult days, you're learning, adapting, and discovering tools that will serve you for the rest of your life. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is simply show up. Show up for the day even when your chest feels tight. Show up for yourself even when your thoughts are loud. Show up for your goals even when fear tries to stop you. Showing up is victory. Showing up is strength. Showing up is the beginning of transformation. Recognize the difference between real danger and perceived danger. Anxiety often blurs the line, causing your body to react as if you're unsafe when nothing is actually threatening you. When you pause, breathe, and ask, "Is this a thought or a fact?" you reclaim your power. Most anxiety is a false alarm, not a real warning. Give yourself grace for the moments you break down. Crying, shaking, or feeling overwhelmed doesn't mean you're weak, it means you're human. Emotions are meant to flow, not be trapped. Every tear, every release, is part of the healing process. Letting yourself feel is an act of courage, not defeat. Reclaim your time from anxiety. Set limits on how long you allow yourself to ruminate, worry, or replay scenarios. You can say, "I'll think about this for 5 minutes and no more." Boundaries with your own thoughts help you regain control. You are not a prisoner of your mind, you are its guide. Give yourself moments of joy without questioning whether you deserve them. Anxiety often tries to convince you that happiness is unsafe, temporary, or fragile. But joy is nourishment for the soul. Let yourself laugh, dance, create, rest, explore, and enjoy life without apology. Joy is healing. Joy is medicine. Spend time with your inner child, the version of you who wanted love, protection, comfort, and reassurance. Many anxieties stem from wounds that child never understood. Speak gently to that younger you. Tell them they are safe now, they are cared for, and you're here to protect them. This healing reconnects you with inner strength. Let go of comparison. Watching others succeed, smile, travel, and grow can make you feel inadequate, like you're behind. But your journey is unique and incomparable. Healing is not a race. Growth has no universal timeline. Celebrate your progress, your pace, and your resilience. No one walks your path but you. Learn to tolerate uncertainty. Anxiety thrives on the need for guarantees, but life doesn't offer them. The more you accept not knowing, the freer you become. Uncertainty is not danger, it's possibility. When you learn to sit with it, you weaken anxiety's strongest weapon and open yourself to growth and opportunity. Let go of the urge to control everything. Control is an illusion that drains your energy and fuels your fear. Focus instead on influence, your actions, your responses, your choices. When you shift from control to influence, you become empowered. You release the impossible and embrace what is truly within your reach. Practice self-forgiveness. Forgive yourself for past mistakes, for moments of fear, for things you didn't know, for the times you let anxiety silence your voice. Forgiveness frees you from emotional weight. It makes room for confidence, peace, and self-love. You deserve to live unburdened. And finally, remind yourself every day that anxiety does not define you. You are more than your fears, more than your symptoms, more than your racing thoughts. You are strength, courage, depth, love, possibility, and growth. Your story is still unfolding, and anxiety is only one chapter, not the ending.